Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. This is a general or collective reading, so parts may or may not resonate with you. Just take what works for you and leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, so if you are watching it at this time, it is the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it has been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then? That might give you further clarity as to your situation now. I did a short meditation before the reading, and the underlying energy from the tarot is the moon, and the moon is talking about hidden illusions, secrets coming out. This energy is, we also have the eclipse energy because we have the sun, the moon, and the full moon and the new moon. So this can be talking about solar and lunar eclipses, so that energy might be involved in this as well. This lobster is in the emotional pool of water here, and he really wants to get on his path, and he wants to stay in between these two pillars, but he's kind of scared. He's trying to figure out, how am I going to get past this dog and this wolf? They're sitting there howling at the moon. Like, can I sneak by them and they won't notice me because they're so busy howling at the moon? And he's trying to discern, is the risk worth it? Can he make it through in one piece here? And he's going to go for it. But this is sometimes talking about when you're on your path. There may be times where there could be hidden secrets and illusions that you're unaware of. And there are times in life also where we have, maybe the domestic side of our life is troublesome, or maybe we're being way too domestic and it's time to leave the house. Or this could be representing you're a wild child and it's time to come home once in a while and check to see if you have any mail. So it's about having that balance to stay in between these two pillars, regardless of any distractions that may be showing up unexpectedly. And then the underlying energy for the oracle energy is the Lovers. Right, so this is my oracle, Tales from the Vector, and this is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. In the oracle, there's these dragonflies, and they are intimately connected to the dragon energy. They embody the power of flight and the mastery of life on the wing. And their unique flight characteristics have actually been the biomechanics used to build helicopters. They are able to hover, and they're able to do complex aerial maneuvers as well. They can go straight up and down. So this is about, life on the fly, being able to, be in a place. Their main energy, the power that they have is the power of light, so that they can awaken the truth, in themselves and in others. So the Lovers card in tarot would be representing, this is two divine partners coming together. This is a blessed event by God, which is represented by the sun energy. So this is a divine partner coming through that has been that would be making you very happy and on your destined journey. So we have that magician here. The magician actually represents an energetic upgrade. And this is saying, I guess, all these hidden illusions and secrets, you've stayed on the narrow, on the straight and narrow. And this is allowing you to have this gift of this new love energy coming in. Now, I just want to point out that the Lovers it is about lovers quite often, and it quite often is about a divine partner. But in the beginning of tarot, this was actually about all the different choices we make with the people that we have in our intimate circle. So this doesn't have to be a partner that you are in romantic love with. This could be someone that you invite into your inner circle. And or someone that invites you into theirs. Quite often, though, it is romantic. And so the magician is talking about an energetic upgrade. It's talking about the thoughts from above being brought down to the spiritual realm. So this is, the heavenly thoughts brought down to the spirit, to the earth. And this is talking about 100% infinite potential to the power of infinity and beyond. The magician is pointing to as above, so below. You can create this beautiful garden. You have all of the, whoops, sorry, my cat is on my lap here and she's purring right into the mic, but she's starting to chew on it. She has happy feet, and when she gets happy feet and she's purring, she forgets what she's supposed. She kind of gets in the zone. So in any case, she likes this reading. And so this beautiful garden is yours to build, and you have all the tools on this bench. This is representing the tools. You have the tools you need. You just need to learn how to use them and which one to use in which place, which one is the best to use. And it's also, he's wearing an Ouroboros around his waist. That's a snake biting its tail. And it's saying, make sure you shed what you no longer like, the life goes through cycles. Shed what no longer works for you and be willing to shed your skin just like the snake and move forward. All right. And so this is one thing you may have noticed if you ever have tended a garden and have done landscaping in your yard. If you leave the tools laying around, and and you go in the house, they don't do the work for you. So you're going to have to put your energy into it for it to be an upgrade. And then we have the tower hitting. So this is, sometimes like the tower, a lot of people are like, oh, not a tower. But sometimes the tower is like very beneficial. So the tower is just, what it is a reality check. It's letting you know that something is off kilter and it needs to be dealt with. And quite often, this is something that maybe your intuition has been like, bugging you. First, your intuition whispers, hey, you might want to do something about that. Then the next thing is, you get the frying pan treatment, whack over the head. And you're like, why did you do that, universe? And the universe is saying, that's nothing. Just wait. If you don't pay attention to this problem, it's going to get bigger, and then you're really going to have a problem. The 2x4 comes, you still don't listen, and then all of a sudden the lightning hits your turret of your castle, and now your castle's in flames. So now this whole thing is going to have to be rebuilt. And there's two people falling out. One is totally in shock, and the other one is, gosh, I wish I would have done something about this sooner. So this is talking about listening to your intuition. Sometimes you can nip things in the bud and you end up not having to, do some pruning in your garden so that you don't end up here. But sometimes it takes this much for it to be like, because there's a lot going on maybe behind the scenes that you're not aware of. And if you're on the right side of the law, it doesn't matter if you're on the right side or the wrong side. The tower is always uncomfortable. It hits at a bad time. It's never the right time for a tower. And it's usually a lot of work and it can be really upsetting. But if you're on the right side of it, down the road, you're going to say, wow, that was really, the best thing that could have happened. Like if I wouldn't have been checked back then, it could have been way worse. And for some people, this reality check really causes them major problems. And then we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is she's considered to be the most cold of the four queens in the minor arcana. That's because she's been there, done that, and she has the t-shirt, and she's not in the mood for putting up with any bullshit. Like, she has her head above the clouds. She knows what she wants and what she doesn't want in life. She actually does have her left hand out. So she is saying that, yeah, I would love to have a wonderful lover in my life. I would love to have all the secrets and illusions exposed so I know what to do. But don't come towards me with bullshit. She's not in the mood for it, not even a little bit. That's why she has in her right hand, she has that sword, and she's ready at a moment's notice. She longs for the days in the past where she could just say, off with your head. She's not in a very good mood. And quite often this energy, it's not how she normally is. It's just saying that you might be the most pleasant person on earth, but you're not in the mood for bullshit. We have the sun, and the sun is talking about, your destined path, basically. It's God. It's shining. This is the happiest card in the deck. When the sun shows up in a reading, it says that this is going to be, it has a happy outcome. And it is also, the God is shining truth on whatever is going on. And this is about you being on your destined path as a child of God. This young child is riding this pony, and look he's carrying this heavy banner. Now that represents the destiny, like the destined path that he's on, his journey. And yet he is, he's totally fearless. There's no saddle, there's no reins, and all these sunflowers in the background, they represent, the flowers all turning with the sun and absorbing the warmth of the sun's rays. And so this is life force energy unleashed. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups she's been showing up a lot in the readings. She is one of the four queens as well. And her element is the element of love, cups. And so she is, out of all the four queens, she would be the most traditional. This would be someone that, it could be like a trad wife or a wife from the 40s and 50s, someone that stayed home, looked after made sure that they grew a garden, and they were canning and, doing all like baking and looking after the children themselves, and in some cases homeschooling. This is an energy of someone who loves to build a beautiful home. And so this Queen of Cups would be the most likely to be in a traditional marriage. And her cup is like a trophy to her. Like she could have a career, but her career is of less importance to her than her family. And this is talking about, she has this, it's like a trophy for her, and she has a lid on it. This is saying that she's a container of unconditional love. And quite often, this can also represent the energy of your maternal bloodline. The mitochondria in our cells, which is like the energy, like the battery of our cells, is passed down to both sons and daughters. Like it affects both of them, but only the daughters carry that gene or that DNA, so that when they do DNA testing, they can tell, they can follow a maternal line all the way through the daughters back, way back. They can look at it because it's only the daughters that carry this. And so sometimes this card can talk about DNA testing, like people these days quite often get their DNA tested and then they send it away. And, if someone is adopted, maybe they can find who their parents really are, that type of energy. Not who their parents really are, who their biological parents are. The people that raise you are your real parents. And then we have the energy here of the Hangman energy. So what's coming up, though, is this is significant maybe for some of you, because sometimes like maybe something is happening in your life and maybe you need to know your DNA for medical reasons, or you just, you have a need to know. I want to know where I come from, that type of energy. So not discounting it in any way. The Hangman energy is talking about, the Hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge. He wants to look at things from every perspective. And when the aura around his head is nice and bright, then he can, he'll take action once he has looked at things. And what better way than to hang upside down? Now, sometimes this energy can be talking about, on a more negative way would be, an energy of people hanging around with people that are maybe not, that are upside down. and it can also talk about energy being stuck and like really, really like not being able to move forward. So it depends on the context. And then we have, yeah, like if it's in, because this was coming up as soon as, and with the Tower. So this energy can be talking about the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is sabotage. This is, you know, swords in your back. So this is backstabbing energy. And you've been left for unalive. You're laying there and there's been a calculated effort to do this because the swords in tarot represent the element of air. And this is your mental intelligence, discipline of your mind. Basically, it's your thoughts. And so this, I mean, you didn't reach behind you and do this. Someone else had to have done this. So this is other people's thoughts being directed toward you and them wanting you to be down on the ground like this and not get up again. You know, this is really like a calibrated, calculated energy to take you down. This is talking about light at the end of the tunnel, though. And it's also like this card can sometimes represent that this has been happening for a decade. It can be that you have, there's been one person 10 times, 10 different people, or even 10 groups of people, depending on the amount of energy. But this is also the right hand here, you notice. This is in the form of a blessing. And the Hierophant in tarot also has his right hand in the form of a blessing. And the Hierophant is responsible for bringing energy down to earth, or justice down to earth. So this energy is saying that this could be a blessing in disguise. Maybe the isolation and the being kept out of something has actually been for your benefit, because maybe the people involved in this, maybe they were in around you, and you don't want to hang around with people like that would do this to anyone. I mean, this isn't good energy. Let's see what else is going on here. Oh, there we have it. See, look at this. This energy is about to have a major tower. Like this is like, yeah, this isn't very good energy here. You know, and look at, you know, the difference is like, you know, when God is shining his light on a lover, it's someone that is going to bring happiness and joy and peacefulness into your life. And this is an energy, this devil energy is talking about temptation, and it's two lovers yoked to each other, and then they're chained to Saturn's box, and the devil is sitting in between them. And this is talking about like basic animal instinct, and it's talking about him crouched there in between them. So this is saying that the relationship these two have is lust. It's not love. And that's what it's based on, lust. And it could be lust after something of someone else's. And this is not just the two lovers, but there may be two people who are lovers, or a pair, a couple, that are hanging out with people that do this. And I don't like this energy when it's connected to this energy. This can represent dark magic, like people hanging out and really having putting a lot of energy and effort into negative thoughts being sent someone's way. But the Tower is representing, like, this is about to be gone. This energy, like, look at over here, we have this energy, and we have it in the middle, kind of. You know, the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Swords, this isn't her natural, this could be saying this is her natural state of being. She's normally would be happy. This is how she was when she was a child. But now she's in this state because of this energy over here. We're going to, I always, when the devil comes up, I always cover it with the next card up. The devil energy is very manipulative. This is temptation. So you're not going to get the truth out of the devil. So what I do is I always cover it. I want to see what minion does the devil send in to do his dirty work for him. And does God step in? Can we get some more information about this? God steps in and gives you a passion for new discovery. This is God saying, get up. It's okay. I've got you covered. It's time to get up. It's time to get moving. It's time to take action. You know, the wands in tarot represent the element of fire. And this is talking about you know, the wands are made of wood because the wood fuels the fire for to take passionate action. So this is God saying, get up. It's okay. I've got you covered. You're going to be okay. You need to get up and keep going. I'm here. The universe and God are collaborating to help you get up and empower you on your journey. And look at that. You're like the Knight of Wands now. You're a rebel with a cause. You're like, I'm on it. Okay, I'm up. I would love to see this. This is really good energy. So the Knight of Wands is a rebel with a cause. He's got this passion now to move forward and take action and get back up again. So you probably, like, if there's 10 swords in you, you may have... you know, if this is over a decade, you may have had, this is the 10th time you've gotten up. So you might, you know, this is like pretty amazing of you to be able to do that. And this is talking about passionate action coming in. The rebel with a cause is riding in here, and he's got this big plume on the back of his hat. It's because he's very passionate about what's happening, and he's coming in with communication or information from the divine, saying, "Here, this is get up. I'm gonna. There's help coming for you. There's someone. The knight is here to be a knight." And so communication is coming in, or some sort of information is coming in. And this is saying that you have someone who is fighting for you. And so and it's interesting because the plume on the back of his head says he could be hot-headed at times, and he can be impulsive, but he has learned to rein his energy in, so that and this is saying that he's been waiting a while to show up here. He's been letting this play out a bit so that everybody that's involved is going to be caught. And this is talking about, you know, his love of adventure and about seeking knowledge. The pyramids are talking about seeking knowledge and traveling for to see the wonders of the world. But it can also be an energy of he has a reason why he's traveling here. And because this is for a passion for new discovery. This can quite often represent like detective, this could be like detective energy, you know, an investigation, someone who has been watching this happen and has come in to bring justice in, especially with God and the universe handing this to you and covering the energy here. What's interesting is the Knight of Wands, you know, he's wearing this tunic, and it has these salamanders with their tail in a circle and lions on it, and this is representing protection from fire. So it's, you know, this is protection from the devil. This is bringing God's protection is covering you here. So it's get up, you're going to be okay. There's help on the way. And then we have the Emperor at the top of this. So the Emperor has been showing up in a lot of my readings lately, and he's like, the Emperor is about performance. This is someone who is at the top of his game. And look, he's sitting here at the top of the pyramid. He wears his armor underneath his robe, and this energy is saying that he is ready to grab an opportunity at any time. And he only fights if he has to, and he doesn't have to fight that often because he's an alpha male, and the beta males are afraid to try him because maybe they've tried it in the past and he cleaned their clock. Because the Emperor is very, you know, he's, like, as I said, at the top of the game. This is alpha male energy, and this is saying he's on top of it. So he's bringing justice into this situation, and it's on its way. So if you're in a situation, we have, this is an energetic upgrade for you. This may even be someone who feels very passionate about you. This Emperor could be this energy being sent in by God, because this is the lover that it is. And look how it's covering this energy of this here. Really, really, very clear, really. We probably don't even need to do a clarification, but we're going to, for those that want it. Energetic upgrade after going through maybe over a decade of real harsh energy. God has you covered. The Emperor is here. He's an authority figure that is on top of this. And he has a passion for new discovery. He's been looking into this. He's sending in the cavalry, basically, to make sure that you are okay. And this is about having, he might look at you as someone that he feels would be a suitable wife for him, or that's how he sees you. And that you would be very happy together. Because we have the Lovers here. And this, with this hidden illusion, this is probably someone that's been in the background that you don't know has been in the background. This is someone who's been maybe backing you for a while, and you didn't realize it. It's someone God sent in for you. And it could also end up being a passionate lover. So we'll see what happens we're going to clarify. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you so much for your time and energy, your likes, comments, shares, subscribes. They are really empowering me to build my channel. Really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to clarify now with, this is talking about maneuvering, all right. Like this energy is like a helicopter. Life on the wing, being able to, like, you've been having to be on your toes a lot of the time. And look, we have the Hierophant coming in, and it's sitting on this. So the Hierophant is responsible for bringing justice in from the spiritual realm down to the physical. And so this is talking about the traditional structures of law and order on the planet. So police force and judges and the court systems and that sort of energy. And someone who's at the top of that, who has the authority, is saying, this needs to be looked after. And it is being looked after. You may think, oh yeah, I've heard that before. I've been here for a decade or more. But you're not the only person that this has happened to. Like, I feel like this is a very large investigation, actually. I feel that there could be, and as long as like, God has you covered. And you may think, well, like, I need help, but you're way stronger than you realize you are. Like, there's a lot of other people maybe that didn't have the strength to get back up. And so you're not just fighting for yourself, you're fighting for them. And sometimes that can even be about ancestral energy. So the psychic cleanse, this card coming up, surrender, this is about major accomplices. You have your usual suspects, and then you have your major accomplices. So sometimes, I feel that I can feel some energy from your ancestors coming in, and they are like, they've been like watching over this situation, and they're just absolutely destroyed by, like, they're so pissed off. And so this is like a psychic cleanse for everybody. Like, when this is taken care of, it's going to allow a lot of peace to come into a lot of people. Scotoma, that's when you have a blind spot. So we can have a blind spot in our eye. A lot of us have them. Like, it's like just a small imperfection in the eye, but it's not in a place like on the pupil or something, so we don't really notice it. But in real life, like, scotoma can be like 4 different things. It could be representing a blind spot, something that you can see but nobody else can see it. And then it can be you can't see it but everybody else can, or everybody can see it or nobody can see it. So it's just talking about all the different ways of looking at things. And we have dissemination of information. This has been coming up a lot in the readings as well. So there's been some tactics where there's been an elephant in the room, and everybody's looking at the elephant, and there's, maybe you're the only one that's saying, what do you mean, what elephant? Can't you see the elephant? I could take a closer look. There's an elephant in the room, and it's so clear. And sometimes this can be, sometimes people will tell you to, believe in yourself when they're trying to motivate you. But sometimes most people have limiting beliefs about themselves, limiting beliefs about systems, etc. So you need to recognize that sometimes you're better off not believing in yourself. And you're better off having faith in surrendering to God's path. And we have foolish. Yeah, this is really foolish. This energy right here, it's on this whole thing here. And it's just foolish, expecting that they were going to get away with this forever. I mean, some people just don't know when to quit. I feel these people have been warned and warned and warned from the spiritual realm, and even maybe their own ancestors are trying to reach them and say, stop already. Like, you're breaking spiritual laws here. This is serious business. You know, we're suffering up here because of what you're doing down there. It's that type of energy. And then we have attachment. So this is the reason why this is happening is somehow people like, you know, this is a karmic space that a lot of people fall into where they become attached. So attached to something, they're willing to do whatever they have to have it. And that, you know, like right on here, it says, what's yours is mine and what's mine is mine. That doesn't sound very fair, does it? And so, yeah, this, you know, eventually the truth comes out about every situation. So this is saying that, you know, the truth is coming out. This is going to be, it's already been decided in spiritual court. So it's just a matter of time. And you are protected, like you have God's protection, and you have also, I feel like, this Emperor's protection. So I do hope, you know, if you're in this if you're in some sort of situation where you feel like you don't know what to do, just, you know, breathe. You know, it's going to be okay. Like, you're going to be okay. You know, if you have someone that you can talk to, go talk to them. You know, consult with the people that you need to, and otherwise, just, you know, this is not a good time right now on the planet to be impulsive, or to get your emotions all worked up and then, you know, do things that you regret later. So just stay as calm as you can. You know, this is saying definitely when the sun shows up, it's showing that there's going to be a happy ending, and it's going to be, the truth is being like highlighted here. So I do hope this has been of benefit for you. Please do give it a like and comment if you have enjoyed it, if it's been beneficial. It really does help me build my channel. I am honored when you subscribe. I will be back with another reading about random shift for you again soon. Bye for now.